Howdy, good morning. My name is Rob and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. If you watched yesterday's video, I dropped a hint that I had a major sale going out of here today, a really good one. We'll get to that just shortly. First off, one of my favorite things to sell is VHS. This particular one only sells during the holiday season. And the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving one is a little harder to find, so that was a good sale going out of here. I love selling VHS. I get them super, super cheap in my area. Now, I don't see a whole lot of the big dollar ones like the old B-movie, Fangoria, horror flicks. I just don't see those in my area. But anything to do with animation or kids stuff or nostalgia, I do pretty good with it. So I love selling VHS. We're going to send that out to its new home. But the really big sale we made, this is Alice Heath Productions. It's called Starstruck, and it is a cast metal. This was a series. There's also one with the sun and another with the moon. And I've had this one for a little while. It's in great condition. But I knew it was a more rare piece and a high value piece. I had it listed at the extreme high end of things, knowing that the right buyer would come along. I've had some lowball offers. I just ignore those. No big deal. But I had one collector in particular who just kept coming back. And every night before I go to bed, any listing that's ending the following day, I go ahead and end them. And they go in my ended file. And then as the days progress, I go back through that file. I sell similar, and then I edit those listings. I change the pictures. I change the title, change the description. I make sure all the item specifics are filled out. And if need be, I change the price, and then I put it in my draft bank. And then as I work through my draft bank, it eventually gets relisted. Well, last month when I did that with this piece, that one particular buyer reached out and said, "Hey, did you sell this? Is it still available?" I'm like, "Yeah, I still have it. I'll relist it soon." And buyer told me that they had saved up enough money and they were ready to buy it. Very well, I'll relist it right now, as long as you send me the offer that we agreed upon earlier. I've had this thing listed for close to $500, and we had made a deal on $350. So I listed up just like I normally do. Next thing I know, she's sending me a $200 offer. I'm like, that was not the deal. We agreed upon $350 plus shipping. She's like, "Well, I didn't know the shipping was going to be $100. I don't think the shipping is $100. And I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm not going that low on it." Well, yesterday she finally pulled the trigger and paid for the item. So we're going to get this boxed up extra carefully. It's a high dollar item. We're going to pay for extra insurance, and we're going to ship it out UPS in an extra large box with extra packing materials around it, bubble wrap and crush, and probably some foam rubber. So there you go. That's what we got going out of here today. I have to work at the watch repair shop today. I'm not 100% sure we're going to get out of there in time to go do any significant thrifting, but we're going to give it a try. Lately, we've been finding a few, not a whole lot, but a few really choice items on every trip. So we're going to head out and do that. I'd also like to remind you that Saturday, October the 25th, I am going to be hosting a live streaming auction on knickknacks.net. Have a ton of stuff. It's going to be an all-day event for me. I hope my voice holds out for it. But anyway, that's on knickknacks.net. That's NIKNAX.net. You need to register to bid. You're going to have to put your shipping in there, and you're going to have to put your payment method in there. And when you put that payment method in there, there should be a window for a discount code, and that discount code is JUNKM28, all uppercase, and that'll get you $5 off of your first purchase of $10 or more. It's a great platform. If you're into vintage glass, pottery, porcelain, and nowadays even more, they do a lot of jewelry over there. So it's a really great platform. So get over there and get signed up. That code works on anything you buy, not just my stuff. And Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, that's West Coast time, I'm going to start my auction, and everything's going to be a dollar starting bid, progressive shipping, so you don't pay extra on shipping. It's going to be a pretty good thing. We got a lot of vintage stuff. Salt and pepper shakers, pottery, porcelain, paperweights, vintage art glass, hand-blown glass. You name it, we got it. And if I ain't got it, you don't need it. Sorry, just my little attempt at humor. Anywho, I'll see you Saturday for that live sale, and hopefully I'll see you later today in the thrift store. So like and subscribe, come along for the ride, and I'll see you when we get inside that thrift store. And just like that, we are in, and I found this great little elephant paperweight with the Marines in it. It's probably Chinese. But $6.79. There's some room left on that. I don't feel any chips. We'll look it over a little closer in a bit. We'll look up here and see if there's anything else. I once found a whole collection of those here. Here's a little milk and magnesia bottle. A lot of this stuff we saw yesterday. All right, I'll bring you back in when we find something. And what do we have here? Is that what I think it is? It is, it is, it is. That is a puffer fish. If you know the significance of a puffer fish to me specifically, put it down in the comments below. And if you want to know the story about me and puffer fish, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to go ask the crazy lamp lady. Tell her Junk Monkey sent you and wants to know her side of the story on the puffer fish. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today you're getting a real short video. There were a couple of other clips there in the Goodwill after the last one you just saw. Unfortunately, both times I was interrupted. And after the second time, I felt it was best for me to just come to the house. There are some very rude people in this world, and quite honestly, not very bright people. So we'll just leave it at that. Anywho, we made it home with the giant pufferfish vase. This thing is just too cool. And we made it home with the little elephant paperweight. I really enjoy this guy. Sometimes my brain just shuts down. Goodwill. Oh, I can't believe I couldn't bring myself to say the word Goodwill. Anyway, they got to me. They put the price sticker on the bottom, but they wrapped it over one edge. And there just happens to be a little bitty flea bite right there on the bottom edge. Not that big a deal for something like this. Now, I did pay up a little for this. Normally on Chinese-made paperweights, I don't like to pay more than about $4 for them, at the most. This little guy we paid right at $7 for. But I think there's still a little room for profit. I think we can get $12 for him. Maybe even a little more if we can get a couple of people in the live sale who are interested in him. Now, this one will not be part of Saturday's sale, which for you guys will be tomorrow. For me, it's 2 days from now. And that brings me to my next point. I have been frantically trying to get ahead on videos, and I actually fell behind. So there may be a couple of days coming up where we don't get a video out. And that's because Saturday is going to be that all day long live sale on knickknacks. And then Sunday and probably Monday, it's going to be all packing and shipping. So hopefully on Monday though, we will have everything already packed and all we got to do is go drop it off, and then we can go out and do our normal Monday route, where I'm going to try to make 2 or 3 videos and get ahead so that we can continue with our daily videos. But if there's a couple of days where you don't see a video from me, this is why. I got a ton of work ahead of me doing this live sale. It's going to be most of a day on Saturday doing the live sale, and then Sunday is probably all day. It's going to be packing and shipping. Got a few things that need to be cleaned and tested and drafted for eBay. So there's a lot of the resale work that's going to happen that's just not conducive to being filmed or recorded. So if we miss a couple of days, that's why. And listen, I really appreciate each and every one of you coming on my little treasure hunting adventures with me. It means the world to me. It really does. And I hope to see you in another video, and I hope to see some of you in this live sale coming up on knickknacks. And in case I didn't show you before, it's over on knickknacks.net. That's NIKNAX.net. You're going to have to register to bid. That means your shipping information and your payment information. It is very secure. I've been on there in excess of 2 years. No problems whatsoever. When you fill out that payment portion, there should be a spot there for a discount code, and that discount code is JUNKM28, all uppercase. That'll get you $5 off your first purchase of $10 or more. So there you go. That's what I got for you today. Sorry it was as short as it was, but we had to scrap a couple of clips. So with all of that said, thank you so much for being here, and y'all come back now. You hear?